Alright, we're going to draw the throwing arm, the thing that's going to fling our object here. And let's go File and New. And we'll call it, let's call it Arm, or whatever you want to call it as. And let's click on Sketch, and we'll go to the top sketch plane. And we'll hit Sketch. Now this throwing arm that we have here is just a rectangle. And so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on center lines. We'll draw one vertical like this, and then one horizontal right here. Then I'm going to go and create a rectangle. And I'm going to move until I see those red arrows pop up. And this way as well. I'm going to click. I'm going to click on the blue arrow. I'm going to change this dimension here. This one is going to be 5.5 inches. And then we'll hit the refit button to kind of zoom in. And this one here is going to be 0.75 or 3/4 of an inch. Press enter. Zoom in again. And so there's that. Now we're going to hit the blue check mark and we'll extrude it to 1/2 inch. So we'll hit the blue check mark. We'll hit the extrude button. I'm going to rotate a little bit here. I'm going to change this dimension here to 0.5 or 1/2 inch. Press enter. And then hit the green check mark. And so there's the basic shape of our throwing arm. To get the little cup to fling our object, we're going to use a feature called the revolve. I'll show you that here. So let's click on Sketch, and I'm going to click on the top surface. We don't want the datum planes here, so if you just kind of click over here in the gray on the top surface, and make sure the sketch plane says Surf or Surface, and we'll hit Sketch. And that's not the one I wanted. I'm sorry. Let's quit this. Let's rotate this way, and actually I want to use this sketch plane right here, this datum plane right here. This one for me is the front. I'm not sure what yours is. Might be front as well. But we'll click on that one. We'll hit Sketch. I was looking at it from the wrong side, and I need to see this side right here. So we're going to go up here. I'm going to hit Sketch first. I'm going to go up here to go to Sketch and go to References. We're going to create a reference, actually two references. One, see how this top surface turns blue? So click on that one. Should pop up with surface. Then we'll come over here to this edge, and we'll click on the edge. We'll have surface over here. So now we have two dotted lines, or two reference lines right here with these edges. We'll hit close. Now to Cobe and his group used a bottle cap, or the top of a plastic bottle. We'll kind of draw something sort of similar to that. I'm not exactly sure what we could use other than a bottle, but we'll give this a shot here. So first thing, let's click on the line, and just somewhere along this area here we'll draw a line, and let's come up sort of at an angle here. Kind of like that. And next thing we'll do is we'll click on the arrow, and let's find the dimension that goes from end to end here. And we're going to change that dimension to, there we go, with 0.5 for 1/2 inch. And then the height of this, we'll make it, let's make it 1 for 1 inch. and we can always change these dimensions later if we want to. Let's see, next thing, let's bump this, change this dimension, the dimension that goes from the edge of the line to this reference line here. Let's change that one to 0.5. And now next thing we're going to do, or last thing we're going to do, is we're going to create a center line, which we'll use this center line right here, and we'll start right here at the end of this end of that line, and we want it to go vertical. So when you see that V pop up here, I can move it around and show you. Boom, there that V pops up. Click again, so we have a vertical center line going around right here that we're going to revolve this guy around. So let's hit the check mark. I'm going to rotate just a little bit here. I'm going to hit the revolve button, and there it kind of revolved, made a little cone for us. And we'll hit the green check mark, and so that's that could be our little cup. I'm not exactly sure what we'll do. We'll just kind of model this for right now. We'll just kind of get something here to represent what we'll use. And so let's save that, and we'll make an assembly file here in just a second. Alright, we're going to assemble the throwing arm, the body, and the wheels, and all that stuff together now. Let's go up here to File, and we'll go to New, and we'll click on Assembly. Let's call this, Catapult. And first thing we'll do is we'll go find that body that we drew the other day. So we'll click on the Assemble button. And let's see, let's click on that one. That's the one I have here. And again, remember it's attached to our mouse, so we'll just click once and set it down. Then we'll go from automatic to, we'll move it to default. That turns yellow, and we'll hit the green check mark. I'm going to turn the datum planes off here right now, and we're also going to turn this XYZ off. So now we have a little bit more viewing area of this. We don't have all those lines going through it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in the wheels and axles. So I'm going to click on the Assemble button again. I'm going to click on this wheels and axle that we assembled yesterday, and I'm going to set it down. I'm going to click on the axle, and I'm going to click on the inside of this wheel, or this hole here, and that aligns it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this side of the body, and I'm going to click on this part of the wheel. Now mine here again has this standoff, so I can just change this to 0. And so there's that. Now we are going to have to change, I'm going to hit the green check mark, we're going to have to change the size of the body here, or we could change the size of the axle, I guess, but you can see that my wheel is poking through the body, and it's kind of actually, my wheel has gone into part of the body here, so we need to adjust that. We'll adjust that here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring the other wheel in. We'll go with the Assemble button. We'll click on Wheel and Axle again. Same thing. We'll set it down. Now this thing gets a little helpful sometimes. It already knows that we're going to use the axle. Or it said last time we used the axle. So we'll click on the inside of this hole. And that's aligned now. And now it knows that last time we used the inside of this wheel. And so we'll click on the inside of this side of the body, and there's that. And so here you can really see that we are going to have to adjust something, either the axle or the body. And with the green check mark, And we'll tackle that in our next video.